What up, guys? This is Don here with Yugioh Gaming Channel, back with another deck profile for you guys. My bro coming in first place with what deck?
We're playing Kashtira.
Kashtira.
Yep.
I can't even mention that. Say that 5 times. But yeah, without too much more, I'll let my bro get into this deck profile for y'all.
Yeah, we're playing a 40-card deck. Pretty simple. A lot of this deck is one-card starters, just kind of figuring out how to get to what you need. So let's just get to it. Starting off, triple Smiger. Decent normal summon. You really want him in the grave. He's the one that gets you searching for that one-card starter, the continue spell, which we'll get to in a little bit. The new support really helps speed up the deck. But honestly, it's not that bad to see it on the field, see it in starting hand, but typically you want to see it in the grave. Aside from that, we got triple Solfefnir. Solfefnir is also a good way to get into the big monsters you really want. It's also a good way to pitch a Crystron card to get it in the grave to kind of get stuff moving. The main starters I like seeing are Sulfador, which is a new card, came out in Suda. On summon, dumps 2. Pretty sick,
bro.
Pretty sick. And then we also got the new tuner, Tristaros. He's kind of the one that really gets stuff going. Integral part of your end board. On the opponent's turn, quick effect, summon, synchro, and then you can get into some really nutty combos. It also is, kind of really what gets you moving. One Citry, you hate seeing it starting hand, so you just play one of it. Don't want to see it. You can summon it. You can summon it throughout the combo from the deck, so you don't need to see it. We're also playing one Turtle. Allows the flexibility for an additional special summon from the hand, so that's always nice. And then Thizevern, Monster Searcher, pretty good if you don't, you get the Sulfador dump, and then you get to search Staros. Pretty simple. The main starter you do want to see, Crystron Inclusion. This card is broken. On activation, searches a Crystron card. And then in the grave, you can banish to special a Crystron from graveyard or banished. Pretty sick. That's the card you want to see. And you can search it off a Smiger. That's why you want him in the grave. And then you run one cluster. Comes up every once in a while. If you see this, you search it off a Smiger. If you control a Crystron monster, pop 1. If you control a Crystron Synchro, pop 2. So, pretty sick.
Yeah, that's the one you use on me. Now,
And it really helps. It helps with recursion because as cost, you shuffle one back from grave or banish and target. So, regardless, you're getting your shuffle back. Time for the Kashtira. We go double Fenrir.
Just 2?
Just 2. If you see it, cool. If not, that's fine. And then one Unicorn. Unicorn searching for Birth. Birth is, if you don't see anything Crystron, it's what you need to get into the Crystron cards.
See what you did, Cam? See what you did to people? Cam got us playing Kashtira everywhere.
Hey, man. They're great cards. They should have been reprinted, but they weren't.
Yeah.
Now for the non-engine. We're doing triple Ash. Mandatory, realistically, in every deck, it's Ash. Ash is Ash.
Yeah, Ash.
Thank God for Stampede. We're running triple Fua.
Yo, the Fua.
Yep. Did not see it once today. But that's okay, because it's in the deck, I guess. Triple Imperm, mandatory. I mean, it's Imperm. And then we go double Nib. Pretty good to stop things. Double Ogre. And then, since we really want to get those Crystrons in the grave, we're running triple Droplet.
Nice.
Right? And if that doesn't work, or any other effects doesn't work, you run the one of Foolish Burial. You need to get them in the grave.
They'll be there in the grave.
And we got 2 extra flex spots. Sometimes it can be a little bricky, so we go Prosperity. If you're going first, pretty solid. You can always banish 3. You can banish 6. It's just kind of a little bit tight to do that. And then the one called by, just because
it's a card.
It's called by, Okay, looking into the extra deck, this is where it gets a little bit weird. We go 1 Clockwork Knight.
What?
Yeah, Clockwork Knight. It just needs a non-link machine, and they're all non-link machines with 1,000 or less attack. So that gets them in the grave. And if that doesn't work, you go Mirage.
Oh my God, this is.
So, like I said, you just need to get them in the grave. A little bit of a tech thing we got going on. Cherubini, another way to get them in the grave. How we get Cherubini, I'll get to it in a little bit. That's why the Kashtira is in the deck. And then SP. I mean, SP is SP. Nice little end board piece. It's a good card. For the synchros, we go double Dawn Dragster. Spell and trap negate once per turn, but it's a soft once per turn. So it's once per copy. So typical M board, you end on Citri, a card that we'll get to in a little bit, and Tristaros. So you can go Citri first, make the first one, use its negate, and then you can go Tristaros to summon a second one and use the negate again. And then at the end of everything, you have 2 level 5s that you can then go into the higher synchros.
That's true.
New card as a common. All the cards are commons or supers. It's insane. Ellis Galetis. This is your main combo piece. You with Tristaros banishes to target and pop this and summon 2 from deck. And then once you do that, this when it's destroyed, you get to summon Tristaros back. So then you essentially have your end board there. So that's pretty sick.
Because there's a Kashtira monster coming out in that one.
I'm not gonna say its name. Quarion Gondrax.
Yeah.
On
It's a card.
on summon, banish 3. It's nice. It's a 3K body. I'm glad it got reprinted because it was like $13 and then it got reprinted and I
For
bought
common?
it. No, it was Ultra when it first came out. It only had 1 printing, so it came out as a rare. And I believe in Maze of Memories and Memories, the newest one, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Came out as a rare. Pretty sick. Went from $13 to 50 cents. And that was the whole motivation for this deck, was that a lot of them got reprinted as commons or as supers, like cheap supers.
Made it to where it's worth it.
Yeah, and I was like, I want to build a deck that is under $20 and can still kick butt. And apparently it does. We got Samurai Destroyer for some anti-nib lines. And then we got Chambara for a nice little OTK package. And Hagoida. Hagoida is really good against Dryzeal. Did not play any today, but it's good.
Yeah.
I've rarely summoned it, but it's good, you know? And then we got our little end board piece. We got Nova. Nova going on to infinity. Omni negate.
Cal, what is you doing to people? Cal over here making people summon infinity?
Hey man, Omni negate. You can suck an attack position monster. Plays great under Typhon, because even if you have 4 materials, it's still at 29. And then the last piece, which is the reason why we play Kashtira, and the reason why another reason why I wanted to play this deck, we got Draco Sack.
Draco.
On Rarity 3, I pulled a QCR, and from there, wheels started cranking, and I was like, wait, I can summon 2 level 3 tokens, which go into Cherubini, which Cherubini then dumps as cost to Smyger, and then Smyger can banish, search, inclusion, activation, search for Sulfador pops, summon Sulfador, dump 2, you're off to the races. And you can make it with both Kashtiras. So,
that's pretty good.
Pretty sick. Going on to the side deck, I built it like right here. I was like, what can I add for stuff? What's really good in this format? Let's just start with Droll.
Seemed like one of the things, right?
Droll kills decks, and you know, considering they're not really big monsters, if you can stop a turn, you can do the Chavara line and just OTK. Also, triple Lancia. Great against Malice. Great turn ender.
Yeah, no more shifter.
Yeah, no more shifter. But you know, typically it's used against this deck, so
So, I hate how
it's an extra way. You know, we got triple Chaos Hunter again, a way to stop Malice.
I was gonna say, was you scared of Malice?
I'm not scared of it. I'd just rather not deal with it.
Yeah.
And then
Definitely, she's one of the ones.
yep, triple Veiler. I used to run Veiler before Stampede came out.
Yeah.
And then Stampede came out, and I pulled 3 secret Full So then I was like, I'll just add that instead.
Yeah.
But Veiler, pretty solid. Negate, you know, not once per turn. And then I was like, I have 12 cards in my side deck. What do I add for the, you know, going first? So I just added 3 strikes. You know, it's
Just to be that guy.
yep. Special summon negate, effect negate,
That's fair.
not once per turn.
Nigga.
Pretty sick. So you know, I really like the not once per turns.
Yeah.
But pretty solid showing overall. I've been playing around with it for a little bit. The main reason I haven't played it a lot is because I didn't have a side deck. Because I just didn't want to go through the trouble of it. And it was kind of like a pet deck. It's been a pet deck for a little bit. You know, a little cheap pet deck that you can play, that I can play against anything, and builds a solid board. I mean, you're ending. Let's see. You're ending on Tristaro, Citri, and then at least 3 material or 4 material, 3 material Infinity.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah.
You know, so you got an Omni, you got whatever. If you have to, for some reason, use your normal beforehand, it's a 4 material Infinity. So, you know, 29. I got over an Avermax with it.
Yo.
Yeah, you know, because damage step effect, that's nice. Negate the activation, which is how damage step effect works.
Works.
And, you know, pretty solid. And then you get to suck it up. But yeah, pretty fun deck. Pretty out there. A lot of people don't know what it is, and it's great. And another inspiration for the deck, I went to a regional and I was playing White Forest, which is like my main deck. And I kept getting bestialed. And I was like, well, if I don't play lights, they can't bestial. So now I'm playing a whole water deck.
Hey, it works, bro. You got it done, my dude. You first place today in this tournament.
It's fun. A lot of people don't know what it does. You just keep playing until, you know, it's great.
Hey, yo,
it's fun.
that's what we do, bro. So thanks again, bro, for the deck profile. You got any shout outs for us?
Hey, man, shout out to the whole Yu-Gi-Oh community. You know, started playing in May. It's the amount of support that you get in this community. It's amazing. Honestly, some specific shout outs, you know, to my boy Porsche.
Yeah, man.
Porsche really.
Porsche,
Yeah, we gotta get him back under here.
Yeah.
He's got a new YouTube channel, you know.
Yeah.
We'll link him in the description. But the guy, my boy Porsche, you know, he really brought me back into the game. After I was kind of like in the low spot, he really got me back in the game. Also, huge shout out to my boy Adon. You know, been not only a big supporter but a big teacher since coming back. Also to my boy Nick. Also got we've all started YouTube channels. I haven't started one. I'm still thinking on it.
It's about time, bro. You need to.
I could. I just haven't gone to it, but maybe at one point. But he also has a YouTube channel. We'll link it in the description. And you know, just huge shout out to Rick. You know, to Rick. He's a big heart in the community.
Yeah, man.
Really
Without bro, man, he's done a lot for these people. He done paved the way for a lot.
So you know, we're always happy to have him here and glad that he's back.
Man, I'm glad that he's here. But yeah, man, thanks again, bro. You already know. I ain't gonna chat it out with you too long. I don't want to hold you up, but thank you again, bro. Congratulations on coming in first. And I guess with that, we'll catch them in the next video.
Oh yeah, man.
Peace.